people. Of course, my name is Victor, and the show is It's Victor Rono speaking. Anthem, show up for yourself. Despite everything, always remember to show up for yourself. And this is the episode for Let's Speak Happenings, which is running on normally every Tuesday, where I get to speak about the current updates of what's going on around us, or rather trending topics. But one thing I have to acknowledge is this is the 77th video that I am doing over the past probably very many months. So that means I've been running on this for 77 weeks, always sitting on these cameras and saying something when I'm not on leave or public holidays or Christmas. I think the last time we were off was on festive season. That is the longest break that we've taken. So this tells you something about the consistency and the discipline. You know, sometimes you might want to do this, but your body is not feeling it, and my energy sometimes it's a bit shaky. But despite everything, I always have something to say, and it's a discipline that I want to keep. So thank you for anyone who's been watching my 140 subscribers. Thank you so much. You know, I don't want to push this subscriber thing. I just want to keep doing these things, you know. And I appreciate everyone who's been supporting me and putting in good word for me out there, or having good energy for me. So I really want to appreciate you before we continue. So today I'm going to speak about 3 topics as always. Number 1 topic is the Chiloba replacement on Big Ted. Who's following me and could be watching this? Number 2 story is which one was the number 2 story? Wait, have I forgotten? Number 2 story for me is Murkomen and Kositan's mishap, or rather the small aircraft issue, rather helicopter issue. And then finally have been whining about the Kericho situation, and I hear the president is going to visit this coming week. So let's see what is going to come with, because the last time I complained, I had evidence of him saying he's going to come back. So let's see on the delivery. So I don't want to speculate on that much. So I'm going to jump right into the first story. And Big Ted, I'm a big fan of Big Ted. You guys know he's one of the people that I really look, I don't know, I can't say I look up to, but gives us good hopes of for the future, because this guy started in entertainment, emceeing, went into radio presenting, came back into event management, State House MC, and now finally ended up in Los Angeles, and finally is being replaced by Chiloba. So the first thing I'm going to speak about is the fact that Big Ted has done well for himself, and he's actually done good for himself. So where he's reached is so far so good for his age and for his expertise. For his character, nothing against it, and he's one straight up guy with God. So another perspective of this is the question begs, who's Chiloba? Because this guy has been having a consistent run from I think 2017, where he was the CEO IBC, came back, left, and then went, and he was accused of probably manipulating the results and everything. So everybody thought he was going to be on Uhuru's side, and he was on Uhuru's side, appointed as CEO for CAK, Communications Authority of Kenya. But now it's turning out that probably he was friends with Ruto this whole time. You can imagine. It could be a mole all this time. So when there was this topic about how Ruto took over the system, ilikuwa stories za jaba, but now we are starting to see how he got to win from the stories of Chebukati, you know, because this guy was actually in charge of the turning system, you know, because Communications Authority handles those internet issues, those gadgets issues during elections, and it's a very important part of elections because it has to do with transmission. And what I can tell you now is it's clear he was on Ruto's side, because he's been awarded a job, you know. For me, I always say this, and I will still say this, that was a genius move. And it was so much this thing was passed through the under the nose for Uhuru. He didn't see it coming, but let's see as it keep unfolding before our eyes. But for Big Ted, next time, maybe who knows where he's going to go next, because he's not been appointed next, but we'll see how it goes. But for Chiloba, let's see how he keeps maneuvering. But that job that is out of the country right now looks like he's out of the picture for this minute. Another story that we saw is the Murkomen and the Kositany, the KAA chairman. That's the CS for transport and the KAA chairman. The chopper that almost it was supposed to take off, but it somehow crashed before it took off. So this is a clear picture. And Sahi, where Murkomen is putting his head to sleep and Kositany, they clearly know there are no supernaturals out here. You know, the pride can be high, the watches you can be wearing are expensive, how you're moving can be expensive, but one thing we can never forget is you're never a supernatural human being. So anything can happen to you at any time. So they might think they are kind of above here, but it's a clear sign that you must really check yourself, so that whatever you do, how you talk, how you move out here, should always be a reminder to you that anything can happen to you anytime. And the last story is I saw our senator, finally. He was speaking about how the president is supposed to visit. I think I've done a video like 2 weeks ago about how the president didn't come through with what he said. And I feel maybe it's about time. I don't know if they had my video. I can't put that credit on me. But Nigeria State House has its timetable and schedule. Is it called itinerary or itinerary? Whatever, that term. So let's come and see, because there's the plans to expand that Kericho town, which is a very big move for us. I hear there's another pharmaceutical farm that is supposed to come and build an industry in Kericho. Big plus. That's a very big plus. If it's going to be the housing and everything that is going to start in that Kericho, I mean, who are we to say no? We'll really appreciate that, because that will mean we are getting value for our votes. I think nobody will complain when that happens. But if that doesn't happen, let's just wait and see the goodies that the president is going to come with, and then from there we can move forward. Otherwise, my name is Victor Rono speaking. The show it's Victor Rono speaking show. Anthem is Show Up For Yourself. That was today's episode. Thank you so much. Peace.